Hey folks, I'm back right quick and I'll say happy Halloween. I'm not really into Halloween, really not, but I thought that I would, it's not so much wanting to be a part of the contest that I forget the fella's name, but I have on my computer still some of what I can still consider some of the creepiest music that I've ever heard. Of course, I find in it now rather almost sick beauty in a way. The band is SPK from Australia, and the album is Leichenschrei or Scream of the Corpse or Leichenschrei. It's German. Okay, but again, I'm usually influenced by whatever videos I watch, what I do next, and I watched just a couple of people regarding Halloween, and I guess because I'm a fun-loving person, but I tend to think rather concretely about things, and Samhain, some of the or rather the pagan recognition of this time of year and this time, which is I would, the best way I can interpret it is that through experience over a long time period that peoples would recognize cycles, planetary whatever, and seemingly this is a time when the connection seemingly to the spirit world or the deceased, depending on how you want to determine, define that idea, that this is a time where the connection between the physical and the ethereal is more open, supposedly. That's one of the origins of this supposed holiday. The costumes and stuff, when I was a kid, I enjoyed that, but even the shows that I've played in recent years where I've dressed up and played, whatever the bands were, it's like, it was okay, but it's like, I'm not into it. A lot of people, you really get into it, and it's like, yeah. So, I have had many different experiences in life regarding, the connection between the physical and the spirit, and have stories where other people were present and experienced it with me, because I have experiences and memories that some of them I'm not sure happened, especially from my childhood. But I guess what I would like to say is I want to say a lot with a little. This is one of the reasons why I really vibe with To the Boy Ellis, Henry Dereck. Where you present things where it might, to some people, seem morbid, shocking. It's necrophilic. It's like bizarre, and it's like, what are you doing? What is this? It's like, see, I'm in touch with that part of the spectrum of life and man and the human personality, and the fact that all of those elements are within each person, and I'm in touch, with as much of my whole self as I can be. So I recognize those elements of life, and even why some of it has been attractive, is in ways attractive or comforting even, the idea of death and being close to death, having experienced people dying on me, being the first person on the scene, discovering corpses and things like that, having to decide whether or not to do CPR and things like that, among other things. It's not my perspective is not one where it's like these are things to fear or to be nervous about or be, you know, ooh, scary. You know, it's like I don't really have a lot of need for fear. Fear, I mean, fear is something that when it's activated, it's useful. But, you know, I am not entertained. I know that many people are entertained by like scary movies and stuff. I'm going to play some SPK in a second, but I've just got to speak my mind for a second. That's, you know, when I grew up as a kid, my dad really liked scary movies, and that shit traumatized the hell out of me. You know, I've watched some, but I also recognize like Curse of the Werewolf. You ever seen that? I saw that when I was maybe 6 or 7. I was way too young. That scared the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Just fucked my shit up bad for a long time, okay? That's just one among many movies. So, I'm not about being entertained like that. You know, I'm not disdaining it, okay? That's another thing that you got to recognize. It's like, you know, just the fact that, you know, it might be something that maybe you really like that I'm not into. It don't mean nothing. So what? You know, that's what you do, and this is what I do. You know. But let me show a picture of the cover of the SPK album right quick. And I'm going to play some now. I don't have the album. I don't want another copy of it. It's like I have the music if I want to listen to it. But, you know, I do have some things that are still in that vein. Like, for example, I can pull one real quick. This particular Nurse with Wound, which is pretty rare, and this is a very limited reissue of the first issue of it. This one is called Drunk with the Old Man of the Mountains. Now this, I really like this, but there are aspects of this music that are the way that Stephen Stapleton uses cut-ups of a woman obviously experiencing, you know, some sexual ecstasy, but it's like the way he cuts it up with the other sounds. It gets kind of creepy. Okay, let's listen to the SPK. I may go and try to find a bit of this to play for you. I'm sure I have your interest now.
I removed the rectum itself with the
cool rhythms, huh?
They're trying to force me to do enormous things by working on my spinal cord. Electricity passing through wires.
That's some wild shit. Now, who knows? This might have some problems with copyrights, but I've played so much of it already. Here's the next track. That's kind of cool. I mean, but I can see where maybe somebody might think it's creepy. At one time it scared me, at one time. So, yeah, this is appropriate for Halloween. I'm going to switch and just play a little bit of Nurse with Wound. Here is, and there's my phone. Here is the label. Let's see if I can catch part of one of the tracks where you hear some of this interesting cut-up stuff that he is very good at. Nurse with Wound. I've always thought that Stapleton is brilliant. Many of his sound sources are just so simple. Like this, probably just beating on a piece of paper, you know? You see what I mean? That's pretty cool. I think. I mean, I actually enjoy it. At the same time, surely it can be perceived by others as, oh, what is that you're listening to? So, happy Halloween, eh? That's very interesting.